So, welcome to a new chapter. I'm starting to document the journey into this new reality I discovered where going from imagination or fantasy into reality, learning that through coding to building apps and just seeing creation kind of right away. I never experienced that before. I heard a lot of teachers talking about manifesting and making things possible, just thinking about it and it would appear, and I never got it. But like 6 months ago when I started to, for some reason, code, and wow, with having an image in my head, I want to create this, and it can actually appear. And that was like such mind-blowing experience. After maybe now 6 months, I'm feeling the urge to document my journey, share some thoughts, and creating some kind of dev life log about the journey and the process and what I'm creating and sharing creations. Since I found so much inspiration online with other creators sharing their code, open sourcing, and just downloading and tuning it to my needs and adjusting and integrating into my project, so I would like to pay it forward. A year ago, there was a lot of darkness and a lot of feeling a lot of things pointless. But from that, I started another chapter. I was reading a book, Fastlane Millionaire, and I came to a chapter about choice, and I was like, wow, that's an important thing. I mean, I learned early in life some choices and learning habits that would, especially around fitness and eating and staying healthy. I learned that, but I never learned like how do you save money or create wealth. I wish I would have learned that early on. So maybe I can build something that would help with making better choices, making better habits. And that just spiraled into some kind of, oh, how do I build an app? And I have no clue. I never developed anything. I've been in IT and computers, and so I have a lot of knowledge, but I never coded and never been interested. But all of a sudden was like, I wonder what's possible. So yeah, that started that journey, and I'm gonna do a longer devlog around that journey, maybe do chapters and all the steps I took to from where I began and to where I am now. But that's the next phase. But anyway, short introduction. Now I get up at 3:15. I wake up with a light, and it's like, it's amazing. And I do it because I want to prioritize this. I want to create this. I want to add as many hours I can creating, since the energy is so strong. It's like, it's in the beginning it was hard to sleep at night. So I'm trying something new, a new format. It's gonna be like a introduction voiceover and outro voiceover, and in the middle it's gonna be some devlog things. So I'm gonna have a demo of the thing I'm trying to integrate into my app, and I'm gonna show the code, and I've shared the code, and there's gonna be some demos, just sharing and having some fun and talking about the challenges, learning to code, and how much should I learn to code? Should I learn to write code, or should I just be the engineer or the architect? Choices like that. So making conscious choices. It's gonna be chapters. You can jump to just the demo or just grab the code and clone it and have fun. It's up to you. I invite you to do as you like, or stay tuned for the whole thing. I'm not sure how long it's gonna be. Let's see. I'm just gonna sit down now with the video editing. I don't want to get lost in that again. So how can I find software that kind of cuts time? And so we'll see. But yeah, that's it. This is the intro. Enjoy the demo, enjoy the code, and let's see if I enjoy this format, doing voiceovers in the beginning and then recording and stuff like that, and we'll see. So stay tuned if you're AI, into coding, learning to code, into better choices, habits, making better conscious choices in life in general, fitness as well. I'm a big fitness nerd. Yeah, nerd's a good thing. Yeah, I've been very nerdy with the fitness along many years now. So yeah, stay tuned. This has been a little introduction into my morning routine. You saw some of the things I do, and the last thing I do before I sit down and start the computer and dive into the code or whatever that's currently alive, I journal. That was one of the first things I found last summer, to actually do a brain dump, just to get everything that's spinning around out. And I've been doing a page every morning since summer. And now it's time for some kind of demo. Yay! Hope you enjoy it. Stay tuned for more. All right, it's demo time. So the goal is to generate a YouTube thumbnail for this video. We're gonna start with trying to create a mask, remove the background, and save it as a transparent image. Then we're gonna combine that with a background image and the main character, me, that we're making transparent, so it's easier to combine. And then let's see if it's gonna be a useful image. So I'm gonna take this prompt. I'm gonna go to this one. I'm gonna upload an image I took this morning and create a mask, and then remove the background and make it transparent. So let's see if we can get this going. I had some issues with half-naked pictures. Let's see if it will take it this time or not. And sometimes it just figures it out anyway, and I'm not sure why. But let's see. Almost right away that it was... Yay, it did a mask. Okay, cool. Okay, it's done. Indicated request was rejected due to safety concerns. Ah, yeah, okay, now we're getting this again. I don't get it. Rephrase the prompt to avoid potential issues. Yeah, that's nice. Please do that. Yeah, so maybe it's the prompting, not the actual image. Let's see. Because the Gemini is doing the actual thinking in the background, doing the prompting. So it might be it's phrasing it somehow. Yeah, let's see. Let's see if it figures it out. It did it before when I was just trying something. But at least it's a good demo. No? Okay. Different approach by first blurring the background and then making it transparent. Okay. I really like to know why. What's the issue? Because I don't get it. I mean, what's wrong with this? But oh well. Yeah. I do not enjoy models that are... Alright, so due to limitations, we seem to not be able to do this. So I did a little workaround. I went out on the net, and in Canva I just removed the background and made it transparent in a... Yeah, worked right away. So let's see if we can do the combination then, at least. So let's refresh this so we get a new session. let's upload a background and a square. So we're going to do this. So we have 2 images and we have a prompt. And the prompt says, let's see if we can make it like this. Can we make it readable? Okay. So combine these images for the background and the main character to create a YouTube thumbnail. Yes, yes. Pixel style. I want it in a pixel style. And so I'm telling the prompt what it is, and the focus is on this. Yeah, building AI agents will Google ADK, OpenAI, GPT-1. Yes, yes. And I'm just giving it some instruction to be creative, and I want. So I'm also including the header and the other text as a body. I want, let's see, an icon. All right. So let's go to this and let's go to the end and let's hit enter and let's see what it says. Okay, now we can see the. Oh, I haven't even tried the combined images in a while. Let's see if it works still. Yeah, this is, you know, when you're debugging and changing things and not trying everything. So let's see. But it's, so this is the background. It's something I created before. And okay, and this is that one, and it's combining. Let's see how it goes. Create something creative and inspiring that makes the audience want to click. Let's see what it thinks of that. And yeah, make the header dev live log. Yeah, so let's see how it. Combining. Let's see. I have different resolutions on the images now, so I'm not sure. The output is at least widescreen or landscape. So let's see. Okay. So it generated something, but okay. So the artifact is not displayed, and I know what that is about. This is one of the issues I've been having, that if I'm updating the state when I'm doing something with the image, the state updates and that works, but the artifact displaying in the web interface gets lost somewhere. It's like the response never gets returned. This response never gets returned to this client for some reason. We never get this one, and I'm not sure if it's a bug or if it's the code or what's going on, but that's one of the things I'm looking at. So so what I did is I just uncommented this and made sure that this is the artifact creation. It's sending whatever we made into this function, and then we're returning the. So let's abort. Let's restart, and let's try again. Okay. So let's open up a new session. Let's refresh. Let's try again. We're gonna do the same thing. So we're gonna take the background and the square. I'm gonna put that, and let's execute. I did a little adjustment. I changed it into a 32-bit pixel style because it was a little bit too pixely for me. So let's see what it does. And if it works, if the artifact is returned or not. And the downside is if we remove the state update, we need to manually do it, or if we wanna like adjust the image again after the combination. But because then we can just, if it's in the state, I could just make it da da da, and it will do it. So let's see. Combining images, yeah. Ta-da, ta-da. Is it gonna be usable or not? I mean, oh wow. There's been many images. All right, let's see. It's not bad. Okay, so I'm still trying to figure out this recording software, getting into this YouTube recording, editing business, adding audio, adding sounds. Apparently, when I was opening the image, it didn't show in the screen. So let's do it in cursor instead. So this is the actual image, and yeah, I'm happy with the result. It's gonna be a first good try. So that's the image. That's the demo. I just noticed something in the text. It says Google ADK and OpenAI. I would like to change the and OpenAI to chat Image-1, since that's more clear what's it about. So let's try that. So save state. Oh, it's not available. Okay. Let's then refresh the session. We will upload this, and I will change the and OpenAI text to GPT-Image-1. Well, let's see if it understand what I mean. Make a mask. Usually when it okay, I need to create the mask for it. What part of the image should I be masked? Describe the object. Okay, let's see. Let's just copy and change OpenAI text to. Let's see if it gets it. Okay, it's getting what I mean anyway. Let's see if it can actually make a mask. I'm gonna try and generate a mask for the logo instead. No, that's not what we want. Okay. Wow. Okay. I will. No. Okay. Yeah. I don't care. Oh, due to safety. What? Generate image from scratch. Okay. Let's see what it does. Enchanted prompt. I have a new image. Okay, let's see what it does. Since the original image is in the state, it might have actually done something with it. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah. It's doing something, so let's see. Okay. AI agent and building with, okay. Well, it did something, but it's not what I wanted. Okay. Safety restrictions. I don't know. Wow, it's okay. Yeah, maybe I'm just gonna do it because I like the whole layout and style. So maybe I'll just swap this little thing. Yeah. All right. Okay. So the why and how. So why? Well, I thought it would be fun to play with agents again. I've been playing around with different frameworks, but never found it that I actually needed it. I mean, I was fine with graphs and nodes, and that kind of worked in my use case, but I had some issues with the routing when my agents would choose what route to take, and it wasn't always getting the routed to the right thing. So that was like, okay, can this framework do better routing if I do the whole agent thing? So that was the idea, since I have a lot of use cases where I want my agents to do different things for me. And one of the things is it's generating images. So, and does it work? I don't know. But can I use it? Will it be fun? And then, yeah, it could be a fun project, and also to share the journey and get going with that again, because the urge to share has been bubbling up, but it's slow. I don't want to get trapped in the editing pitfalls and trying to find the right special effects or trying to find the right sound. I just wanna build and code, to be honest. But there's also use in sharing, since I find it amazing in the creation process. You know what you can do. It's amazing. All right, it's code time. Showing the code. So I published this a couple of minutes ago, so let's get going. We're gonna start with the cloning of the repo. We're gonna go into the directory. We're gonna open cursor. That's where I'm currently using most of the time. I started with Aider way back, maybe half a year ago, and moved on to cursor and windsurf, depending on what I'm in the mood for and what kind of tasks I'm doing. So let's start with opening. There's an extensive README file where you can see all the little details, all the features or the functions, some known issues, but let's follow the documentation, the setup and installation. So we cloned it, we went into the directory, we're gonna copy the environment files, and I'm gonna pause and I'm gonna edit this and copy in my keys. All right, the keys are in place. So let's open a terminal. Let's follow the instruction. I'm using UV to create the environment and for packet management. So let's just follow the instructions. Create the environment. We're gonna activate it. I'm running Windows, so it's scripts. There we go, and then we're gonna synchronize to install all the packages. And that's done. And let's follow the README. And then you start the web interface like this. You don't need to choose the port, but I put it there since I have a lot of different APIs running. So I'm just like to know what kind of ports I'm using. And then we're gonna go and check it out. But first, let's check out the actual code. Yes, let's look at the code. So this is just following the documentation, the standard. You can, if you're looking at Google's examples, you're probably gonna see root maybe. I chose main for some reason and subagents. So, but this is the setup. So there's a root structure and there's an agent that needs to be called agent, and that there needs to be a folder called something that's going to be the main folder. And yeah, this is the main agent, and I do not know in depth what all the little details of the code do or does. I kind of have an understanding what it does, and that's a choice from my side to. I can't learn everything at the stage I'm at since it's only been 6 months. I kind of I understand it does this, and yeah. So yeah, let's check it out. So there's some kind of decoding being done, and we need that because we're actually saving images to the state in this main agent, and the reason we're doing that is because I'm uploading something when I have a new session, and it for that to transfer and be usable later on in the process, we need to have the image in the state. So that's what I'm doing. So we're defining a function, and later where we define the root agent here, we have a before agent callback. So it's actually executing this before it transfers to the image agent. And we have some instructions, and here we define what kind of agents are available. And currently we only have the image agent here, but later on I plan to add my other use cases for task management, habit management, and all the other fun stuff. So that's the idea. And is this routing better than the normal routing I have now with lane graph and LangChain? So yeah, this is the main agent. You could define tools, and here you define what kind of sub-agents you have. So we have the sub-agent, and I'm gonna show that. So let's check out the sub-agent first. We only have an image agent, and there's an image agent, and it's super simple defined. You create tools. I have a lot of tools, and these you import them and you make them then available to the agent. And the agent has instructions, and you could either write them in here, or you can do it like I have done, or some other examples. You use some kind of prompt template. And that's what you import here. And if we check the prompt for the image agent, you kind of see the instructions here. So we define what kind of tools and how to use the tools. So there's prompt enhancement, or image generation, edit images, mask generation, combining, and the perp. So there's like how you do it, what do you need, what should you return, those kind of instructions. And after if pass, and I could write save to state. If I say something like please save, it's gonna save the image to the state. So there's functions like that here. So this is the prompt. Yes, so tools. We have settings, that's part of the tools, and here you defined kind of what resolution do you want. It's all hard coded now, but I mean the whole idea later is you can make these variables and you can have them dynamically. So in the front end you could send whatever you want. So but now it's hard coded, so we're running the lowest and the lowest quality just to save money, because the cost can run away kind of fast. And there's also options to save the images locally on disk, just to easily troubleshoot for when you're doing it now. I mean, later in production I wouldn't want them to save locally, I just want the artifacts. So but for in this case, for troubleshooting and trying and playing, it's I'd like to have it locally as well. And then there's some logging settings, and so the logs don't get flooded with warnings and too much. Yes, and then there are actually all the tools. So we're saving the prompts. So everything we're sending, the enhancement prompts and the instructions are saved to a log file. Just I usually want to see what actually it's getting sent to Gemini for enhancement. So let's start with the first function and tool. So this saves the uploaded image to the state. So it's like when we click upload and upload it, this function saves it to the state so we can actually use it when we're editing and stuff like that. So, and that's the purpose of this function. And we wrap it in a tool. Image save function, this is part of saving the image locally. So here if this is true, it's gonna save the files locally. It also creates the artifact, and that's the thing you see in the UI later, and that's what gets pushed to the clients, and we can save and do stuff with. So, and that's that part. Yes, this is the return. So this is what gets returned to the UI now. And we wrap it in a save image tool. And we use this in all generation parts to actually save it locally, the masks and the image generation. And here we have the enhancement. So it takes the standard query the user or I put in, and it enhances it, and it's using these prompt examples. So I just made two simple ones with AI just to get a more depth, more details. So it's one for a character and one for a YouTube thumbnail. So it's just an example. So if tell the AI, okay, I want the prompt enhanced and we're doing a thumbnail for YouTube, use this structure and we're gonna get more details and more. So then if we enhance the prompt, it's almost always doing, I think now, according to some rule somewhere. But then this is the main generate. So if I just start a session and I run to create this, it's gonna do the enhancement and then it's gonna send to this function, this tool. And here we have the settings, the model, the size, the quality, and stuff like that. And it's gonna do some kind of decoding, encoding. And then we're using the function created above to actually save it locally and create an artifact. Yes, artifact. And we're returning the artifact that's get pushed to the UI. And we wrap it in a function. And we have an edit. It's kind of doing the same thing, but it checks if it has anything in the state, so uploaded. So when I upload something, the function that pushes it and saves it to the state, if that doesn't work, it's not going to find anything and it's not going to have anything to edit. So it needs to find something in the state. So it's getting this from the state. And then it does some magic, it decodes stuff, and then it sends off to OpenAI with the image edit, and this is the file that we uploaded, and it's going to return something and it's going to decode it, and it's going to use the save function again to save it locally, the edited file. It's also going to generate artifacts, and it's going to return the artifact to the UI so we can actually see the result. All right, we have an edit with mask. It's this kind of same thing where I'm going to show later if we want to edit something specific, we can tell it to either, or if I'm asking it to edit a ball, it's going to usually use the mask thing to make a better edit. And then it's going to be the same thing. It's going to check the state for the mask. And it's gonna generate the mask later downstairs. So yeah, decode mask. It's kind of we have a lot of details. So what's going on? But yeah, and then it's gonna edit it. It's gonna edit it the image with the mask. So yeah, it needs both an image and a mask in state. And you can see here that it's yes, and then we have the generate mask. So I can say to generate the mask and and do this and this, and it's gonna do it. But I've noticed if I'm some specific edits, it's gonna choose to do the mask, and it kind of depends on the prompts we're having. And I'm sure you can tune it to your own needs. If you want it to never do it automatically, you always tell it to use the mask. But it's nice to get specific edits and get the same thing around it. But yeah, it's gonna take the uploaded image, it's gonna check the state, upload image parts. If nothing is uploaded, it's not gonna work, and it's gonna generate a mask. And there's some description, and there's doing some magic with this, and it's gonna return something, and then it's gonna upload. So OpenAI is so the image edit is actually generating the mask. So we're uploading the image, and we're generating a mask from this prompt. We're telling it what to do. So yeah, and then it's gonna return it. It's gonna save it somewhere. Are we saving this? I think we're saving this. Yeah, we're saving this. Here we're saving this, and oh, there was a fox running by. Artifact results, we're saving the artifacts, pushing it to the UI, and we're also saving it to the state. And we're returning it, yes. And we're wrapping it in a mask generation tool. Yes, and this is the save image as artifact function. So this I can write in a prompt, because I noticed I had issues when saving and returning artifacts. It was kind of not working, and I wasn't sure. And I just, a way I got it working was to not do state updates in generating other stuff. And if I remove this, we could just update the state in between and write like save to state, and it will upload the image that we did something with to the state, and then I can use it in a later stage. So this was my workaround for that. And yeah, and lastly, we have a combination image, so we can upload several images. So and it checks the uploaded image parts. So if we upload 3-4 images, like I'm doing 2 in the demo, and I'm combining, and so you're gonna see how that works as well. So there's some magic here, combining things, and we're doing image edit, and it's combining those, and we're defining quality. And this is how many images we want returned. I always return only 1 for now. And yeah, it's we're doing a save as well. And just before I published this, I noticed I had this save state, and this is the issue that I had. If I have this, so if I'm doing a combination, I'm uploading the combined image to the state, the artifacts are not returned, and I'm not sure if this is a bug or me. I don't know. I couldn't solve it, and AI couldn't solve it either. So I spent probably a day or 2 on this, but yeah, this is our it's a work in progress. All right, let's do a simple demo again. Let's go to the starting. Yes, we're doing the web thing. Yes. Okay, here we go. Let's refresh this one. And let's do the my standard test I've been playing with. It's very simple. My favorite dog breed. So transfer to agent, yes. Enhancement, yes. Generate an image, yes. All right, here we go. So this is the artifact that's returned. And if we would save this to the state, this wasn't returned. But now we can save state. Okay, and then we can do change it to a summer, to a rainy day. So it has it in state already, and then it can actually do the edit image. If it didn't have it in state, it would fail. So let's try a new session. Let's upload, and we can do change the ball to blue. So it's transferring, and it's noticing, yes, let's do a mask for the ball, generating a mask. Let's wait for that. And here we go, we see the mask, yes. So this is a way to keep the original image and just do one thing. So you could do the same, but ask for something else, something specific. And you can also ask it to make a mask around this area to be more specific. And here we go, a blue ball, nice. All right, that is that part. Demo done. Yeah, nice. So editing Tony here. I'm just noticing the recorded software I used for recording my little bubbly head and the screen is cutting off here and there. So I'm just inputting. There's gonna be a little how I did it, where I got the inspiration from, and this is the introduction to that. So enjoy. It's possible. When I see things like this, it's like, oh, okay, so it's possible to do it, and this is a Python example, so it's okay. And then I took the sample agents from the ADK, one of the sample agents, and then I just used the cookbook and the sample agent as a reference, and I talked to Cursor, and I was using Gemini 2.5 Pro, and I just brainstormed and cooked up okay, I'm thinking about an agent and it's gonna do this and this, and I want these tools, and let's start with the basics. So that was the workflow. I did not code anything myself. So it's about prompting, and I mean, there was a lot of editing and adjustments and tuning and tweaking, but to actually write the code like this, I did not do that. So, and it's a choice. I'm not sure I want to learn. Maybe I do in the future, but right now it's like when I'm prototyping, I don't feel the need to dig so deep. But I can also notice when I get lost and I just want it to fixed. And that usually learns I need to step back and look at the code and look what's going on and learn. And that's what I did when we were having issues with the states and artifacts, and I tried it to just fix it, and it didn't work. And then I got frustrated as usual when I get stuck in that state. So I ended up just, okay, turning off the AI and just going step by step, troubleshooting, looking at the logs, okay, trying this, trying that, and finally, I got it working. So when I noticed, if I don't update the states, I get the artifacts. So that was something I discovered from debugging myself. But I like this. Yes, I like this approach. What I'm currently doing, exploring, just trying things out, and hopefully not getting stuck too often. That's a pattern I have sometimes, yeah, and it's like, oh, no, now I'm here again. Now I just wanting it to fix it. Then I need to step back and actually debug myself like I did. So yeah, that was it. That was the code, the demo, the devlog. After I recorded that, there was like around lunchtime, time for a run, some kind of exercise. As I exercise around lunch every day. I do fasted training on some sort. I have been doing what I would call intermittent fasting for maybe 15 years now. It's more of a lifetime than something else. So yeah, going for a run or doing strength training in the basement, some kind of exercise, and it's yeah, I enjoy it, and it's one of the habits I learned early to. It's like if I don't exercise, that's more strange than if I do. And of course, it's not always that I want to do it, but the urge or the muscle is so strong, it just automatically do it, or puts the shoes on or something. So yeah, so now it's time for my first meal of the day, and I'm alternating now through some kind of yogurt and some kind of homemade protein bar, so as the first meal. But this is actually a fish for dinner, so yeah, it's just brought it up from the freezer and it's gonna thaw until a couple hours later. So yeah, that's the fish and a prepared yogurt. So it's like maybe 500 milligrams, 500 grams, half a liter of yogurt, a cup of casein protein powder, vanilla, some chia seeds, and some coconut flakes that I let sit in the fridge for a couple of hours just to get real thick. And then there's blueberries. I swapped them for 2 bananas from before, just to cut down a little on the calories, to cut a little bit. So small adjustments. And now there's some just probiotics, some greens. I used to do athletic greens, but just didn't see the value in it, and I could buy cheaper stuff, even though I'm not sure if it's effective or not. But it's a mind thing as well. But I'm playing with it, and I'm also adding some multivitamins. I did a lot of calculations in Chronometer, like how do I get all the nutrients and stuff, and I was always deficient, so I added some multivitamins. Even though people say, or some say, that if you eat a full healthy diet with all the veggies, you get all the nutrients, but that's assuming all the veggies and all have the nutrients. So I'm just keeping it safe. It works for me, and I enjoy it. So yeah, this is the first meal, breaking the fast. And yeah, then there's gonna be dinner, I think. Yeah, we're cutting into dinner. And I kind of enjoy this kind of... I was watching this and just checking the cuts and I remember watching YouTube videos, especially on cooking and baking, just chill music, someone's like the peace and calm. So yeah, I thought I'd try it out, and we'll see how the voiceover, but there's something about it, I can't put my finger on it, but it feels nice. I enjoy it, and I think that's the important part, to actually share the cooking and the meals and what's keeping me fit and healthy. So yeah, so it's gonna be fish, and I'm just prepping some onions. It's a very simple, and something I've been repeating and fine-tuning with the spices and things, but there's just frying up some fish and onions with some spices. I'm gonna add some rice to that, and have some extra things you're gonna see. So yeah, and I like this. I don't need to cook I mean, I could buy prepped food or something, or you do frozen stuff, but I enjoy the time and the contrast from sitting from the computer and just going to the kitchen, and but it's still the same energy, is creation, being creative. Just what kind of spices should I add to this dish? What if I experiment? I mean, I love to experiment, to try things out. I usually don't follow recipes. I can follow recipes, of course, especially if you're baking some kind of extraordinary cake or something specific, you know. But if I'm just doing something I like, I don't know, let's add this and see if it works or not. And usually edible. I haven't, it's very rarely I've cooked something that wasn't edible. So the creation process, the slowness, just being in the kitchen, and I love having a window just around the counter, getting sun, and that's one of my dreams, you know, when I find the perfect place to build my house, you know, I so want a lake outside the window, outside the kitchen window. I can look at the water. I grew up like that, so I so want that. So yeah, that's the onions. Let's see what we add later. Yeah, I'm getting hungry. It's dinner time when I'm recording this, so after this I'm just gonna go down to the kitchen and start a similar dish, but it's gonna be pasta and chicken. So I found something that works for me, and it fills me up. So yes, I'm adding some rice. It's not gonna be much rice, but it's since I have so much add-ons around, I don't need much. I kind of learn what fills me and what satisfies me, and that's been a experiment for many years. So what you're gonna see is kind of what works for me, what's keeping my cravings. I don't have any cravings anymore. I mean, I had pitfalls, and where I just, you know, ate everything and totally ruined months of training. I think anyone into fitness and try to cut or build muscle or might be able to relate to the big monster, that's the dragon or whatever you want to call it, you can't stop eating. But yeah, so there's some olive oil, and some butter. There's some chili paste. There's some let's see, the white thing is some kind of garlic sauce. Yes, and there's some mustard, and there's some chili, some pre-made spices, and some umami spice mix, I think. I don't know. This combination works for me. It's just, yeah, I've been using it for months now with everything, with fish, with the chicken, and it's minced meat as well. So yeah, and I'm adding some seeds. Yeah, letting it boil. You know, this is totally me just playing around, experimenting. I mean, and some honey, you know, just playing around. I mean, let's add it. I was never afraid to do things like this, and I really just enjoy playing with it. Just, oh, let's try this. Let's see what's happened. I don't know. Oh, and it usually works. It's so funny. It usually works. So, time for the onions. Yeah. Let's see how this goes. Wow, I'm getting really hungry now. Yeah. Wasn't so long ago I did some strength training. Today was back day, doing deadlifts in the basement. And some cardio after that. Oh yes. Some sweet raisins, dried raisins. I find that the combination of sweet and spicy and salty, you know, you get everything in, and yeah, it's been really a nice combination, I noticed. So yeah, watching me cook. Is anyone else enjoying this as much as I do? I don't know what it is, but it's something with the calmness of watching. I mean, I can relate to the feeling standing there doing this, but it's me now sitting here doing the voiceovers also, like, it feels chill in my where I'm sitting. It's yeah, it's a funny feeling. I didn't know I would enjoy doing voiceovers just to sit with it. Okay, adding some salt. Nice. Yes, and some cheese to add a little extra flavor. No, it's not the cheese yet. That was the fish. The recording thing was in the way, so it's no cheese yet. So, but the onions are getting ready, so that's nice. So, what kind of relationship do you have with food, with energy, with fuel for the body, for the brain? Have you found something that works, that keeps the cravings away, or because it's been a long journey for me to find what works, that doesn't, that kind of keeps me satisfied, you know? Yeah. So both filling up, because it's very easy for me to be on a cut or be in a deficit or whatever you want to call it now. Especially since I'm usually eating my first meal around between 2 and 3, yeah, in the afternoon. And then there's dinner around 6, yeah. So that's the window. I don't care about it, but it's what it is right now. Oh, here we have the cheese. But I really, it just works now, and it's, since the window is so tight, it's very easy to I'm not affected by hunger or anything like that. And I learned kind of early that I could easily exercise without eating around lunch. Cardio has always been super easy. I would even if I would, I mean, the only time I ate before running was when I was trying to do some races and I was gonna run a half a marathon, and then, you know, okay, it could be good to have some fuel. So I mean, if I would run longer than 10K, sure, I could fuel, but I don't enjoy running that long anymore. I don't see the point. I rather run every day and do the 6K. I have a perfect track now in the woods that 6K. That's so I don't see the point in doing long runs anymore. I rather do more every day or shorter runs than anything else. So, but I mean, that works for me, and I think it's the same with the food. I found something that I enjoy and that works for me and it keeps me on track. So I mean, I think that's the important thing. It's same with exercise. Finding something you enjoy. I mean, it's not gonna be fun every day that that's not my world either, but I enjoy it. There's fun in it as well. There's not just no, not again. So yeah, that was dinner, the main course, but it's not the first thing I eat. I start always with some veggies. That's gonna come up. That's what I found that works so well. I mean, sure, it's a filler as well, but I mean, now, I mean, I so enjoy the taste of the carrots and the tomatoes and ooh, what's the name of that thing? Yeah, what's the name? It's it's a pepper. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I really enjoy these. I can't. It's hard to describe the enjoyment of eating the veggies, and I think it's like after I flushed out the sugars or something. I don't know. I mean, I know that works as well because when I started my intermittent fasting, I was really into carb loading and eating carbs and having carb off and on days, and there was like optimizing intake to fuel the glycogen, and I could eat, I kept track, and I did that for many years, and well, if it fits your macros, if you heard about that, it would be okay. I lived by that for many years. Like, I had a allocated budget for candy, so there could be, but I almost always had it pre-workout or after. So allocating like 200 calories for sweets, and it fit my budget. And so I know you can fit in candy or anything in I mean, even if you're on a deficit. So I know that works. But at the moment I don't have the need for it. I rather eat 2 or 3 apples. And I don't know what it is. I haven't had any sugar urges or anything like that in a long time. And I think it's something of this new creation process that I'm in. There's just, the priorities are so clear, and it feels easy in a strange way. I haven't experienced it before. There's no urges to stuff myself. I feel satisfied with this meal, and I'm not sure if it's the path I'm on, or what the doors I open to this kind of creative energy. If that's one of the things, I don't know, but it's this dish and this kind of combination really satisfied me, and there's no urge. So I start with the veggies, then I do the apple. So I always have an apple, and then this is some more probiotics, some kind of juice. It's just a bit. I try not to drink so much in the evening, so since I usually then need to go up and pee in the middle of the night, so I try to keep the volume of stuff I consume. And yeah, this is the latest discovery I made, and it's, I don't know if it's a Swedish thing, but this hard bread, I think it's most common in the Nordic regions, but I find it so satisfying to, it's like the different, both sweet and savory and I mean all the difference. If I have all those in my dish, it kind of satisfied me. Or I mean, that's the idea anyway. I don't know if that's true, but it's what works now. And this, the yellow thing is, I'm not sure if it's, but it's some kind of yeah, What is it? What's a good Swedish? What's a good word? I don't know. It's but it's sweet anyway. So it's some kind of spread made from milk, and there's like a sweet and there's a vanilla taste. It's yeah, yeah. I don't. Yeah, I'll see. Maybe I can find that. And there, the brown thing is a cheesy thing. It's a goat cheese, and it's even more savory and it's a bit sweet as well. And then there's like the normal ham and other cheese. And the last one is gonna be some caviar, Swedish. It's Swedish caviar. It's a special taste, I think, but it's like the saltiness. It's just, yeah, it's finishing off perfectly. So yeah, that's it. Oh my god, that was 20 minutes of me doing some exercise, cooking, doing a live vlog. Yeah, what keeps me healthy, what keeps me going, what keeps me satisfied. Yeah, maybe we'll share some other dishes and other meals I'm currently doing. So yeah, this is a new format. I'm trying it out. I enjoy the voiceover. What do you think? Is this kind of format enjoyable? Leave a comment. Let me know. And I'll see you later, maybe. Take care.